Hello friends, we are going to discuss one important concept which is known as leasing. This is a very important concept as far as your self-paced online module is concerned. So let's discuss what is leasing. Leasing सबसे पहले होता क्या है उसके बारे में बात कर लेते हैं. सबसे पहले लीजिंग का मतलब क्या होता है, सिंपल लैंग्वेज में बोलूँ अगर मैं, तो वी पे रेंट टू समवन. व्हेन डू वी पे रेंट टू समवन? जब हम किसी से कोई चीज भाड़े पे लेते हैं यूज करने के लिए. जब हम किसी से चीज लेते हैं भाड़े पे यूज करने के लिए तो हम क्या पे करते हैं? रेंट. तो सर रेंट और लीज में क्या फर्क है? बहुत फर्क है. हम रेंट भरते हैं और कोई असेट गिर भाड़े पे लेते हैं और हम रेंट भरते हैं. तो वो स्मॉल ड्यूरेशन के लिए होता है, मे बी 1 ईयर 2 ईयर और 3 ईयर्स मैक्सिमम. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू टेक अ हाउस ऑन रेंट and we pay rent on monthly basis. Now, what is the duration of the house which is taken on rent? Maybe 11 months, maybe 22 months, maybe 33 months, or maximum 3 years. But what is lease exactly? हम उसमें भी एक असेट भाड़े पे लेते हैं, रेंट पे लेते हैं, बट द ड्यूरेशन ऑफ द एग्रीमेंट, द ड्यूरेशन ऑफ द लीज इज for huge years, long years, many years. Maybe you can say 15 to 20 years, 20 to 25 years, and so on. So what is the basic difference between lease and rent? Rent we pay for a shorter duration and lease rent we pay for a longer duration. Now for understanding this in a more better way, let's go with the concept. Now, what is lease first of all? Lease can be defined as a right to control the use of an equipment or capital goods. Means we get the right to use the goods on payment of periodical amount, that is the lease rent. This may be broadly be equated to an installment credit being extended to the person using the asset by the owner of the capital goods with small variation. Now, this may be broadly equated to an installment credit. Means basically what is the meaning of the sentence? We pay installment for using the asset, and that installment what we pay is known as lease rent, and we use the asset against the lease rent paid. बेसिकली इसका मतलब इतना ही है कि आप भाड़ा भरो और असेट को यूज कीजिए, बट द असेट विच यू टेक ऑन लीज इज फॉर अ लॉन्गर ड्यूरेशन. नाउ हाउ मेनी पार्टीज आर देयर टू लीज एग्रीमेंट? देयर आर टू प्रिंसिपल पार्टीज टू एनी लीज ट्रांजैक्शन. वन इज द लेसर, वन इज द लेसी. नाउ इसको मैं बहुत सिंपल तरीके से एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ. पहले सपोज आप कोई असेट लेते हो रेंट पे या कोई घर लेते हो रेंट पे, तो द पर्सन who gives the asset on rent or the person who gives the house on rent is the landlord, and you, if you are the person who are taking the house on rent, and the rent which you pay, you are known as the tenant. So landlord एक side tenant. Same way in a lease agreement there are two parties, one is the lessor, other is the lessee. Who is the lessor? The person who gives the asset on lease. And who is lessee? The person who takes the asset on lease. Now, what is the difference between lease and hire purchase? Now, before going into depth, lease, what is lease? Let's discuss what is lease and hire purchase difference. Now, basically, what is hire purchase? मैं आपको straight बोल देता हूँ. When we purchase an asset on installment basis, आजकल लोग घर लेते हैं installment basis पे. So what do they pay every month? The installment, the EMI. In the same way, when we take an asset on lease, we pay the lease rentals every month. दोनों में सिमिलरिटी क्या है? जब हम घर लेते हैं लोन पे, तो लोन का ड्यूरेशन भी बहुत लंबा होता है, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years. Same way, if we take an asset on lease, the lease rentals which we are supposed to pay is for a longer duration, maybe 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, whatever the case may be between the both parties. But what is the difference between both things? Let's discuss what is hire purchase. Under hire purchase agreement, when you pay the last installment, you become the owner of the asset. Whereas under lease agreement, when you pay the last installment of rent, still you are not the owner of the asset. So what is the difference? Under hire purchase agreement, you become the owner when you make the payment of the last installment. But in case of lease agreement, when you pay the last rental, you still do not become the owner of the asset. You still remain as the lessee. Second point, under hire purchase agreement, you can claim the depreciation on the asset as you are using the asset. Whereas in case of lease agreement, it depends between the two parties, that is the lessor and the lessee, that who will claim the depreciation and who will show the asset in the books of accounts. Because again, under lease, there are 4 different types of lease. How many types of lease? 4 different types of lease. Let's check this, what I have told. Operating lease, financial lease, sale and lease back, and one more is the sale aid lease. So basically what I discussed with you guys, difference between hire purchase and lease. Now under lease, how many types of lease guys? One is operating lease, one is finance lease, one is sale and lease back transaction, one is sale aid lease. Now what is operating lease? Operating lease का मतलब क्या? डे टू डे पर्पस के लिए कोई असेट रेंट पे लेना. So now what is operating lease? We take the asset for operating purposes, for day-to-day purposes, and we pay the lease rent to the lessor. So what is finance lease? Finance lease is taken for a longer duration. Basically the purpose is to use the asset to take the benefit of the asset, and the main line of difference between operating lease and finance lease is just one thing. Operating lease is taken for a short period. Finance lease is taken for a longer period. Operating lease is taken for a small period. Finance lease is taken for a longer period. One second. So basically operating lease is taken for a small duration, smaller duration, whereas finance lease is taken for a longer duration. So then how to decide what is small duration, what is long duration? I'll explain you this. Suppose I have taken an asset on lease for, let's say, 5 years, and life of the asset is, let's say, 8 years. Looking at the screen, you can clearly decide it covers the major economic life of the asset. Out of 8 years, it covers 5 years, means 8 साल की लाइफ है, उसमें से 5 साल तो मैंने लीज पे ले लिया है. तो ये तो स्ट्रेट दिख रहा है कि इफ इट कवर्स द मेजर इकोनॉमिक लाइफ ऑफ द असेट, इट कैन बी सेफली क्लासिफाइड एज फाइनेंस लीज. But if I change the example, suppose let's say asset is taken on lease for, let's say, 3 years, and the life is 8 years. Now in this case, how you will decide, or what you will decide, or what conclusion you will draw? Life of the asset is 8 years. You have covered the asset, or you have taken the asset on lease only for 3 years. So here, if I go by the first line of the definition of both the examples or both the concept, basically operating lease and finance lease, operating lease is that lease which does not cover the major economic life of the asset. So in the first case, the life is 8 years, whereas you are taking the asset on lease for only 3 years. So at first sight, it looks like an operating lease. But in the second case, suppose the life of the asset is 8 years, and if I take the asset on lease for 5 years, it clearly indicates that it covers the major economic life of the asset, and it can be safely classified as finance lease. So first line of difference between operating lease and finance lease is that if it covers the major economic life of the asset, it can be classified as finance lease. But if it does not cover the major economic life of the asset, it can be classified as operating lease. But it is very confusing sometimes to decide whether it is an operating lease or finance lease. So to further evaluate this, there is a second condition which gives the final conclusion whether it is an operating lease or finance lease. Now listen to me very carefully. The second condition, I'll repeat it 2-3 times. The present value of future payments. Now who will make the future payments? The lessee to the lessor. The present value of future payments to be made by lessee to lessor, including guaranteed payment, excluding unguaranteed payment. I repeat, the present value of future payments to be made by lessee to lessor, including guaranteed payment, excluding unguaranteed payment, should be at least equal to 80% of the cost of asset. Should be at least equal to at least 80% of the cost of asset. Now what I am trying to say, suppose cost of asset is 100 rupees. Let's assume cost of asset is 100 rupees. Let's assume the lease rent paid is 80 rupees. The total lease rent paid is 80 rupees and the cost of asset is 100 rupees. What is the second condition which I discussed with you guys? The present value of future payments. This is the future payments which I am going to make. Yes, present value of the future payments. That is the present value of the lease rent to be made by the lessee to the lessor, including guaranteed payment but excluding unguaranteed payment, should be at least equal to 80% of the cost of asset. This means that if I make at least 80% payments of the cost of the asset, then it can be safely classified as finance lease. Now, the sentence which I spoke, there are 2-3 terms which needs to be explained. the present value of future payments to be made by lessee to lessor, which includes the guaranteed payment but which excludes the unguaranteed payment. Now, what is guaranteed payment? Who has taken the asset on lease? The lessee. Who will return the asset at the end of the lease agreement? Lessee. Now, लेसर मुझे बोल सकता है कि सर आपको लीज रेंट तो देना ही है, लेकिन जब एग्रीमेंट खत्म होगा ना तो आपको एक मुझे गारंटेड पेमेंट देना होगा ना. व्हाट इज गारंटेड पेमेंट? स्क्रैप वैल्यू. स्क्रैप वैल्यू एट द एंड ऑफ द लीज एग्रीमेंट. लेसर मुझसे क्या मांग रहा है पता है? कि सर इस असेट का भंगार का भाव भी मुझे देने का. यू हैव टू पे मी द स्क्रैप वैल्यू ऑल्सो. why lesser demands this? You know why? Because I am covering the major economic life of the asset. 8 साल का असेट है था, उसमें से 5 साल मैंने रेंट पे ले लिया, तो कहना है से मेजोरिटी लाइफ तो मैंने यूज कर ली और असेट पूरा डेप्रिशिएट भी हो जाएगा उतने तक. So the lessor is right from his point of view that he demands guaranteed payment from lessee at the end of the lease term. Now what is guaranteed payment? The guaranteed amount which lessee will pay to lessor in the name of scrap value. Is this clear? Fine. So whenever I pay guaranteed payment, that is at the end of the lease term, I pay guaranteed payment in the name of scrap value. Suppose the guaranteed payment which I have made is rupees 10. I paid the last installment, along with that I paid my guaranteed payment. Now asset will revert back to the lessor. Now if lessor is able to sell the asset for 12 rupees. So what is the unguaranteed payment? Anything over and above the guaranteed. मीन्स जो स्क्रैप वैल्यू के नाम पे मैंने उनको पैसा दिया 10 रुपीज, उसके ऊपर उन्होंने बेचा कितने में बेचा? 12 रुपए. तो व्हाट इज अनगारंटेड पेमेंट? 2 rupees which the lessor got over and above the scrap value. So to decide whether it is an operating lease or finance lease, it's very simple. First condition, it should, if it covers the major economic life of the asset, it can be classified as finance lease. But if it does not cover the major economic life of the asset, it can be classified as operating lease. But this is not sufficient to conclude always. So AS 19 clearly mentions another condition which will help us to decide whether it is an operating lease or finance lease. The present value of future payments to be made by lessee to lessor, including guaranteed payment but excluding unguaranteed payment, should be at least equal to 80% of the cost of asset. Now, if this condition is satisfied, then it can be classified as finance lease. And if this condition is not satisfied, then it has to be classified as operating lease. Thank you guys.